Hello, my name is Alexander Ramirez, and I'll be talking a little bit about myself and what my priorities in life are. Now that we are done with the introductions, I want to talk a little bit about where I've been and my short military career. Let's first start off with Dale City, Virginia. I've lived there for 11 years. Most of my relatives live there, and I was actually born in Arlington, Virginia, which is about 30 minutes away from Dale City. I also lived in Tempe, Arizona, lived there for 8 years. Most of my immediate family lives in Arizona. I love the heat. I would love to be stationed there. My first taste in the military was in Lackland Air Force Base. I went there for boot camp for 8 weeks. I gained a lot of discipline and I gained a lot of pride for my country. I went to technical school in Keesler Air Force Base. I was there for 6 months and I learned about radios and about electricity. My current duty station, which is also my first duty station, is Tinker Air Force Base. I've lived there for a year and a half, and I pretty much fine-tuned my skills in radios, and I also added a skill which is SATCOM, satellite communications, because the career merged into RF transmissions. Now that you know a little bit about where I've been, I want to talk a little bit about my family. My father lives in Virginia, and he's a caterer and he's also a photographer. My mother lives in Oregon, and she is a massage therapist. I also have a stepmom, and she works with my father. I have 2 siblings. I have a brother and a sister. My sister works at Ryland Homes, and my brother works at Fry's Food and Drug Store. I'm also the youngest in my family. Now that you know a little bit about my family, I want to talk a little bit about my interests. I love reading. My favorite author is Chuck Palahniuk, author of such books as Chuck or Fight Club. I love reading from any subject pretty much, anywhere from quantum physics to the uncomfortably funny books of Chuck Palahniuk. I don't like reading books that have too big of words, because I don't like running to the dictionary every second trying to figure out what this big word is. I also like to run and work out. My idea of a good time is running 5 miles while listening to music. I also like to work out, like I said. It's sort of an addiction of mine. I'm a squadron PTL, a physical training leader. I set up exercises and I lead exercises for my squadron. I also like just to hang out with friends on the weekends or just any day pretty much. I like to go to bars and to clubs with a couple of my friends, drink some beer, drink some liquor. Or even just hanging out outside my door in some lawn chairs, drinking some beer and just chatting about whatever. And I like hanging out with my coworkers during work, just chilling, talking, or working. Now that you know a little bit about my interests, I want to talk a little bit about the finer points of my speech. You now know where I've lived, where some of my interests, and a little bit of my family. I hope you liked my speech as much as I like presenting it. I want to thank everybody for affording me this time to giving you a glance of who I am. Thank you.